Hi, dear fans, friends, subscribers. I know this is I've come very late in this on this day on Saturday, the 30th April for my cricket broadcast. I do apologize, but well, I was busy with a lot of other things, but very glad to connect with you all once again. If at all anyone came as my audience and had to go back, I'm extremely sorry about that. But well, as far as today's cricket show goes, it's all about the IPL. Firstly, the good thing that has happened is that the Mumbai Indians, who have been, I think, 4 or 5 times defending champions. I mean, they won the IPL. It was a big struggle for them in this particular IPL. They were waiting for that elusive victory, and finally, I'm very, very glad to say that Mumbai Indians finally clinched it after a month's battle in the IPL 2022. They have come up trumps and they went on to defeat the Rajasthan Royals. And that is a match which I'm going to talk to you first, even though this was the second match which was played. Mumbai Indians winning the match by 5 wickets in a bit of a tension there when Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Verma were going well, and suddenly there was a bit of a stutter with two new batsmen, Pollard and Tim David, who was inducted into the crease. Got glad that Tim David and then Daniel Sam smoking that six to completely end matters, and that was it. Mumbai Indians finally winning the match, which was really, I felt very good about it. Okay, the other match that happened, it was the Gujrat Titans, who we all know that what they are doing, they are blazing a trail in the IPL. They have made their debut in the IPL, and that man Hardik Pandya, what a confident person he is. I mean, he might be very happy because nobody GT has gone. I mean, they're always sitting on the top of the pile of IPL 2022, and now they're once again on the top with 16 points. And Gujarat Titans won the match by 6 wickets. Again, it was not so easy, but that man, as we call him, the Ice Man nowadays in IPL 2022, none other than Rahul Tewatia, who kept his cool along with in the company of David Miller, took them to victory. So I'll talk about that and any other cricket news if at all time permitting. But first, let's head off to the D.Y. Patil Stadium, where Mumbai Indians were hunting for their first ever win in IPL, which came and they won against the Rajasthan Royals. Now, looking at the card there, if you look at the Rajasthan Royals card there, well, Josh Butler took a bit of time to get his timing right, but once he got it, he was aerial. 67 of 52 deliveries, which included 5 fours and 4 sixes. Padikal initially was looking good, but then it was Ritik Shaukin, the spinner, who was impressive. He also took the wicket of Josh Butler, even though Josh Butler hitting for 4 sixes in one particular over. Ritik Shaukin, if you look at these bowling figures, that really won't tell you as to how he bowled. He was slammed for 47 runs with 2 wickets. But I can tell you one thing, that Ritik Shaukin, as I said, the bowling figures won't reflect it, but he looks to be pretty promising with his revs that he gives on the ball as well. Daryl Mitchell could not get the timing right at all, scratched over there for 17 of 20 deliveries with 1-4. Sanju Samson, he hit 2 imperious sixes, as he normally is his wont, I would say. But what a classy player he is. But it's just a matter of Sanju Samson staying there, which is not happening. He was gone for 16 of 7 deliveries to the debutant Karthikeya. Let's have a word about Karthikeya. Now, Kumar Karthikeya was given his debut by the blue jersey was handed over to him by Rohit Sharma, the captain. And Kumar Karthikeya, this left-arm spinner, has a lot of variety. And on his debut, he made a big mark. The commentators were all talking about him, and why not? With a left-arm spin, he not only bowls the orthodox arm ball, which is which is the sort of a weapon for the left arm spinner. He bowls the carom ball, he bowls the googly, so that he brings a lot of variety in his bowling, and that was seen today. As definitely the batsman, who was even George Butler, was finding it difficult to get him off the square, and that was the time when I thought the spinners, especially this man, I thought played for me the impact player. I mean, I would say Ravichandran Ashwin, but I would say the impact player for me was this man, Kumar Karthik, because the reason I say that is because look at his bowling figures. He's making his IPL debut, and he has gone figures of 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 19. And that was the period in which I thought Butler and Mitchell were at the crease. He kept them absolutely quiet. And keeping Butler quiet is a feat in itself, according to me. We all know what Butler can do. So definitely, one more thing that I observed in Kumar Karthikeya is, yes, he has a lot of variety. He was bowling in the right areas. And also one more thing, I thought he's a bowler who actually is slower in the air. So it makes it all the more difficult for the batsman to really pick up the length, I reckon. So, I mean, probably early days, but I'm very impressed by this young bowler from Madhya Pradesh named Kumar Karthikaya Singh, and he bowled excellently. So that is, and after that there was not much to be done. Shimron Hetfield was not out 6 till the end. Rayan Parag fell to Meredith for 3, but Ashwin showed his batting prowess once again. As he has been doing very well in this IPL 2022, not only with the bat ball, with the bat as well, as he made 21 of 9, 3 useful runs, 3 fours and 1 6. Bolt was not out of 1, and the Rajasthan Royals, definitely the Mumbai Indians would have been very happy with the effort. They kept the Rajasthan Royals to 158 for 6. If you look at the bowling, Daniel James definitely went for a few runs in the initial stages. His figures: 4 overs, 1 for 32. Jasprit Bumrah, 4 overs, none for 27, bowled a very tight final over. And also picked up, could not pick up any wickets, but it was pretty tight. Ritik Shaukin, as I already told you, Riley Merritt, 224, I thought was definitely one of the picks there, and Kiran Pura, one of it. But Kumar Karthikeya, to me, really was the man of the moment for Mumbai Indians, according to me. Now, Mumbai Indians definitely under a lot of pressure, trying to get their first ever win in this IPL 2022. I'm sure the Mumbai crowd was absolutely praying for that. And finally, I would say the gods smiled on them, and the Mumbai Indians went on to a victory by 5 wickets. What a mighty relief. I mean, for any team would be mightily relieved. But let's look at what Mumbai Indians did. Again, the start was not so good for the Mumbai Indians. Ashwin forcing Rohit Sharma to play the sweep shot, and he was snapped up by Mitchell. He was gone for 2. Ishan Kishan played some nice strokes. Looked like he was just getting this mojo back, but he was gone for 26 to the bowling of Bolt of 18 deliveries, 4 fours and 1 6. And that was the time the score at 23 for 1. And now it was a matter of basically stabilizing things. And there were 2 new batsmen at the crease. It was Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Verma. But Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Verma took their time, did not do much attacking in the power play overs. Not in the power play overs. Basically, they took their time, biding their time. They knew that it was very essential for them to first consolidate a bit before getting a crack at the bowlers. That's what they precisely did, and they did it in a nice fashion, I thought, because they took the score from 41 for 2, and I thought that was the key. 5.4 overs to 122 in the 15th over. Now, this was the time when Surya Kumar and once they basically got a bit, I would say they just settled down. They suddenly started opening their shoulders, and we saw the shots that were coming from these 2 batsmen's blades, Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Verma, and they definitely did a good job. I think it was a 70 odd or a probably 70 run short partnership that happened between those 2. And that was the time when things were probably going well. Surya Kumar had reached his 50 with a wonderful biff for a 6 as well. And that was a good shot from Surya Kumar Yadav. And Tilak Verma was also looking good. And today he was more, I thought he played more a sort of a need of the situation, one could call, and that was a partnership. But Surya Kumar Yadav and that was the time when it was looking healthy at the time. The score was hitting 122, and still you have a lot of other batsmen still to come. And it was, I thought it was looking pretty decent for Mumbai Indians because they still needed under 36 runs, but wickets were in the bag, so definitely the game was on. But suddenly there was a bit of a Suddenly, a bit of a tension was created as on the same score of 122, two wickets fell. And I think definitely Surya Kumar and Tilak Verma would feel guilty of doing this because Chahal had just flighted the delivery and Surya Kumar was all down the wicket. He was cramped for room. And Riyan Parag, as you know, is one of the wonderful fielders there, took a very good catch as well. So Surya Kumar, but he played a good hand, 51 of 39, 5 fours and 2 sixes. And Tilak Verma also did the same, going for an aerial shot, even though it was on the slot. Again, at long on, it was Riyan Parag in business of the bowling of Prasidh Krishna this time, 35 30, 1 4, 2 sixes departing. And that really created tension with Kieron Pollard at the crease. And he was joined in by none other than the Tim David, who was once again brought back into the team. And I thought that was a good move as well, as it finally showed in that victory. Kieron Pollard, well, he was more of a person who was nurdling the ball and not really trying to hit anything big. And he was giving the strike to Tim David. And Tim David teed off very well. And I thought Tim David definitely showed why he was in the team. And I thought that was a good move by Mumbai Indians because they have nothing to lose. They brought in Tim David. They got Kumar Karthik into the team as well. That all helped us. Tim David was not out on 20. And then Kieron Pollard was consumed by Sain of the bowling, caught by Mitchell of the bowling of Sain. Again, there was a bit of a, even though the runs were just 6 runs to get, but with 2 runs added, Kieron Pollard was a goner. And then Daniel Sams walked out. There was a bit of real tension because, one could see Rohit Sharma in the dugout having a very sort of a very disappointing look. And then, but Daniel Sams brought the smiles into the Mumbai Indians fans as he smoked a 6 of Kuldeep Singh, another short delivery from Kuldeep Singh. Kuldeep Singh was given the final over to bowl, and Daniel Sams sending him soaring into the Mumbai crowd for a 6. With Tim David and Daniel Sams punching fists there. It was all over, and Mumbai Indians finally giving some joy to the Mumbai Indians fans as they won the match. The first IPL match they have won in 2022, and that would be a great feeling. It would actually, I would say, I just soothe the feathers of the Mumbai Indians now. The bowling, Trent bowled 1 for 26 of 3. Prasidh Krishna 1 for 29. Ravichandran Ashwin was excellent, 1 for 21. Daryl Mitchell, none for 20. He definitely did not have his day at all. He struggled with the bat, struggled with the ball as well. Yuzvendra Chahal, 4 overs, 1 for 33. And Kuldeep Singh, given the responsibility of bowling the final over, was 29 runs coming off his 3.2 overs. So that was the end of this particular match. That's as far as Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians are concerned. As I said, Mumbai Indians will be breathing a sigh of relief. So now we go on to the next match. We turn our attention to the Brabourne Stadium in Mumbai. It was the 43rd match at the Indian Premier League, Tata Indian Premier League 2022. The game was between RCB and Gujrat Titans. It was a real crunch game, and Gujrat Titans once again showing their coolness, even though losing Hardik Pandya early in the chase, came back with Rahul Tewatia, the Iceman, icing the chase, and the Gujrat Titans winning the match by 6 wickets with 3 balls remaining. Let's listen to the story as to what happened. Royal Challengers Bangalore were the ones who actually took first strike, and Royal Challengers actually put on a score which probably would not be considered a very good score, but a decent score of 170 for 6. The good thing for Royal Challengers in this particular innings was Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli and the work with the captain and opener Faf du Plessis. And Virat Kohli finally, even though Faf du Plessis was consumed by Sangwan. Pradeep Sangwan was playing his first IPL game. He was brought into the team, and I thought everyone was very, very impressed by Pradeep Sangwan. He's a left arm swing bowler. He swung the ball and he got the ball to just move in a shade. And Faf du Plessis was sucked into it, caught by Saha, and du Plessis was out for a duck. Now, again, Virat Kohli, already under pressure with not a lot of runs coming, was joined in by Rajat Patidar, who was coming at one drop. And there was a real work to be done here. But what a partnership. And Virat Kohli definitely showed his, he was probably slowly getting to his form. Even though he played a lot of dot balls, took some singles, but he was definitely, because what one was seeing from Virat Kohli was that there was a real flow when he was, a flow of the strokes could really tell you that Virat Kohli was definitely hitting some form, because the stroke, the way he used to drive, the ball was nicely rolling from the middle of the bat, which was pretty good to say, and hopefully that continues. And I'm sure there was a lot of fans who were really cheering for Virat Kohli at the time, and it was an absolute pleasure to watch Virat Kohli bat. And Virat Kohli decided that his partner Rajat Patidar should be the one to really take up the challenge, and Rajat Patidar did a wonderful job. And the two of his sixes that he hit, probably one thought that were not big hits, but he hit it so cleanly as a whistle. And it was good to see. And what a partnership. 99 runs partnership after the early dismissal of Faf du Plessis, with Virat Kohli getting into form with 58 of 53, 6 fours and 1 6 before Mohammad Shami castled him for 58. Rajat Patidar, his maiden 50 in IPL, he just smashed 52 of 32 deliveries, which included 5 fours and 2 sixes, and Rajat Patidar was out for 52. Glenn Maxwell smoked 33 of 18, 3 fours, 2 sixes. Karthik was cheaply dismissed for 2, and Maipal Lomror made a quick 16 of 8 deliveries, 2 fours, 1 6, 170 for 6. If you look at the bowling, Shami 1 for 39, a bit costly on the costly side. Pradeep Sangwan was impressive, 4 overs, 2 for 19 with his left arm swing bowling. Alzari Joseph 1 for 42, but what one saw from Alzari Joseph today was ramping up the pace. He was going at 150 clicks on a consistent basis, and that was good to see, probably rivaling Umran Malik, who will be playing tomorrow. And what a game that is going to be from Sunrisers Hyderabad. Looking forward to that. For me, the big excitement now is only one man in this IPL, and that is Umran Malik, the pace bowler who hits 150 clicks on a consistent basis in this IPL 2022. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow, which is coming up on Sunday. Alzari Joseph, impressive, 1 for 42. Rashid Khan, 1 for 29. And Lockie Ferguson went for runs as well, 1 for 36. Now, Gujrat Titans were given a target of 170 to chase. And as I said, it was a decent total. But looking at the way the Gujrat Titans played, Ridhiman Saha, the partnership was very good. 51 partnership between Ridhiman Saha and Shubman Gill. Ridhiman Saha making 29 of 22, 4 fours in that. Gill making 31 of 28 with 3 fours and 1 6. Shahbaz Ahmed was impressive with the ball as well. Sai Sudarshan was given a chance today. He contributed a nice 20 of 14, 2 fours. Things were... it was 68 for 2 when Shubman Gill departed. But the Hardik Pandya's wicket really started making RCB probably feel that they were in with a chance. When Hardik Pandya fell, caught Lomror, as I said, Shahbaz Ahmed was impressive today with the ball. He picked this vital wicket of Hardik Pandya, the big fish. He was gone for 3 as he holed out to Lomror of the bowling of Shahbaz Ahmed. He tried to... And that was the end of Hardik Pandya. But we know that they still had David Miller and Rahul Tewatia to come. And this pair of Rahul Tewatia and David Miller have been doing the work together. The score was 95 for 4 and Sai Sudarshan departed the scene, 13th over, but still a long way to go. Almost 75 runs still to get for the Gujrat Titans. Definitely that man, Iceman Rahul Tewatia, was at the crease. And also giving him company was David Miller, and both were really playing. I mean, they knew that they had to stay till the end, even though Rashid Khan was still there in the locker for them. David Miller and Rahul Tewatia made sure that Rashid Khan was not needed, and they took them to victory. Definitely, it was a scene where a lot of runs, almost 9 runs per over, was required. And I thought David Miller and Rahul Teva, they're keeping their cool, as is something that they're pretty used to in this IPL 2022. Did it in the end. David Miller was not around 39 of 24, 4 fours, the Iceman, as they call him in the IPL, Rahul Tewatia. What one saw from Rahul Tewatia today was normally you see Rahul Tewatia even trying to put those balls which are pitched on the off stump onto the leg side. But today it was not the case. It was a different Rahul Tewatia. So that is something which you are seeing a big improvement in Rahul Tewatia's game, because anything which was of a drivable length, Rahul Tewatia was sweetly driving it through the offside by piercing the gaps, which was good to see. So David Miller was not out on 39. Rahul Tewatia was not out on 43 of 25, 5 fours and 2 sixes. Game over. With Josh Hazelwood was given the ball, but Rahul Tewatia teed off finally at the final bend, hitting Josh Hazelwood for a 6 as well. 174 for 4. Game over. Gujrat Titans winning the match by 6 wickets to once again go and sit on the top of the IPL, and they probably need just one more match to win, and that would qualify them for the playoffs. And I think it's a record in the IPL that some team has got such a big winning streak of 8 matches now. That is an absolute pleasure for Gujrat Titans, and they truly deserve it. They seem to be the team who is really eyeing this IPL 2022 Cup. Tata IPL 2000. Glenn Maxwell, 1 over for 10 runs. Siraj, 4 overs, none for 35. Hazelwood also did not find his real mark there. 3.3 overs, no maiden, none for 36. Shahbaz Ahmed, I thought, was impressive, 2 for 26. Harshal Patel, none for 35. Hasranga was pretty impressive. I thought Hasranga definitely amongst the wickets as well, and he picked up some 2 good wickets. He picked up the wicket of, I was just trying to see, yes, he picked up Ridhiman Saha's wicket, and also picked up Sai Sudarshan's wicket, but he was good with his bowling, 228, and the man of the match going to Rahul Tewatia. Pradeep Sangwan looked to be an impact man with his 4 overs, 1 for 19. Well, dear fans, as I said, it's an absolute pleasure. I thought it was a bit late today as far as the cricket show is concerned, but nevertheless, I was there here to share this with you. Hope you all loved the broadcast, and tomorrow I'll be coming back to you, dear fans, friends, subscribers. The game, as you know, Ravindra Jadeja has ceded the captaincy back to Mahendra Singh Dhoni to concentrate on his batting or bowling, what could call, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni has definitely gone and accepted this. The match is an absolute matchup, I would say, because it's going to be an SRH, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, the most exciting person of this IPL 2022, young 21-year-old bustling fast bowler, Umran Malik, bowling at 150 clicks on a consistent rate, going against the likes of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Jadeja, and other players. Tomorrow, that will be an absolute sighter, according to me, when Sunrisers Hyderabad take on the Chennai Super Kings. That will be the first match, and that will be the second match, according to me. And the first match that is coming up is Lucknow Super Giants would be in action. Lucknow Super Giants will be taking on the Delhi Capitals. Rishabh Pant's team the other day, as you know, we know what happened, the fracas that happened, but it will be interesting to see what happens here. Well, dear fans, subscribers, an absolute pleasure bringing you this cricket show as usual, and sorry for the delay here. I hope you all love the cricket broadcast, and looking forward to your company once more tomorrow on a Sunday. I can't get more excited than this. As I said, the only man I watch in this IPL 2022, as far as for me, there's only one man I'm training my eyes on, and that is not to miss the action when this young, fast, bustling fast bowler from Jammu and Kashmir from India, who is the fastest Indian bowler today in the history, fastest Indian bowler in the history, his name, Umran Malik, who has been making waves. He has gone from strength to strength. He has picked up a 5-fer the other day, as you would remember. That is an absolute achievement. Dale Steyn has been nurturing him. Kudos to him. And I think it is an era of a real fast bowling for India, which has never been the case. And I'm absolutely excited to see this young fast bowler grow and soon come and bowl in the test matches with 3 slips and 2 gullies, and we will see. And what is great about this young boy, Umran Malik, he's young, he's full of fitness, he's full of beans, and he also, to bowl at a pace of 150 clicks and also bowl a good length, bowl a length which is not hittable. Normally, if you see, the pace bowlers tend to spray the ball in all directions, but with the pace, he's able to have the control, and that's the thing. I hope it stays, and one really wants this control when he comes to play for India in national colors when he comes in the test matches. I am absolutely excited about this young bloke, Umran Malik. With this, I end my cricket show, but again, I'll be there to share all the excitement about what happened in those 2 matches, especially what Umran Malik did to Chennai Super Kings. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.